All right, Pisces, welcome to your weekly forecast for November 20th to the 26th of 2017. And this video is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, definitely check out the description down below. We're using the actual size of the constellations, which means the signs are different, and you want to make sure you're watching this video for the right sign. All right, so Pisces, let's have a look at what just started last Saturday, a new moon in your 8th house of depth, vulnerability, trust if it's in a relationship or trust with other in some way. And this can be trust, of course, in the emotional sense, which is the vulnerability, but also in terms of shared resources as well. You know, trust and relying on others, having interdependency, things like this. So all of this deeper stuff, which is about trusting another and really connecting to life in a deeper way. And if it's not in relationships, it's really just about connecting to what matters most to you in life and facing fears even and breaking of some cycles and chains. And, you know, it's a great week for this. You're in the early phase of this 8th house cycle, and anything you can do to slowly but surely, as the week unfolds, implement some transformation, implement some action in the face of fears to transform and to connect deeply in general, I think is a fantastic week for that. Not to mention you can actually be enjoying it with Venus in that 8th. So this week does look fairly easy actually collectively, certainly actually on the easier side. But I do want to mention on Monday, we are still coming off of that Mars square up to Pluto. So if there was any tension for you involving the financial stuff or the possibilities of the future, maybe relationships, from last weekend, that's easing up on Monday. And especially as we get into Tuesday, once we have then Pluto sextile Venus. And so this is really easing your communication sector. So there could be some positive changes with your communication actually, and also just learning in general. And then again, with that depth and vulnerability, Venus is here. You're enjoying it. It's deep, but she also rules your 8th house. So this empowerment, not only with vulnerability, but again, this like empowerment to make changes in your life, to transform, and face fears, you know, and remove obstacles, maybe anything like that. And it's just an opening to do so. It's not a given, but a fantastic early part of the week to do that stuff if you are guided to. Now, Wednesday, Neptune is going station direct after a 6-month retrograde. This is your modern day ruler. So for about half of the year, generally speaking, you know, you do go through this internal process of reflecting on things and maybe taking a break, especially with Neptune, your 12th house. But now there's this shift, and the shift is in the 12th, which is about having more peace in your life, more tranquility. Neptune's been showing you the importance of this the past 10 years, but maybe you did get a bit of a break the past 6 months. So now it's this time to start for the next 6, implementing this acceptance, this alone time, this intuitive connection, this receptive energy that, yes, can be very tranquil. It's sort of needed in your life, generally speaking, at this time. I mean, it's needed for all of us, but, you know, for your sign, it is emphasizing that. So shift with that on Wednesday. And then as we get into Thursday, Friday, we do have the sun shifting into Scorpio, which is your 9th house. So while this whole cycle started again about the 8th of depth, now there's this transformation, and I think there's a transformation in the sense of your self-expression, and probably also too with your routine on another note. But nonetheless, the sun in the 9th comes out of the deeper, comes out of the hidden, and into the more top-down perspective. It's like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. So a lot of you will notice this shift coming into the weekend, really good for tapping into your adventurous side, doing some, you know, philosophy, astrology, maybe, you know, expanding of your horizons mentally or quite literally. And so that's going to be the source of energy for you for the next month. And it really has been an area that you've likely been working hard at, you know, with Saturn in that 8th house, or excuse me, 9th house, these past 2 years. You know, if you've been working hard at, you know, philosophies or possibilities and potentials, anything relating to travel or long distance stuff, this expansion, you're finishing this up. Saturn is actually about to leave your 8th house, going into Sagittarius, the very early part of December. So tying up loose ends here, working on it. Now the shift of focus with the sun here to expand really does support that transit. All right, I do want to mention on Friday, Mercury is going to be squaring up to Chiron. So if you do feel any wounds that do come up about relationships or about your home or health, do be aware of that. There might need to be some healing taking place with that, but know that everything is good here, generally speaking, for your sign. It's just that there's some internal wounds taking place about this that you can accept or heal, and through that feeling rejuvenated as a result, especially once you get into about Saturday and maybe even on Friday too. Mercury then trines Uranus, so it really boosts these very same things. Over the weekend, a fantastic weekend for spontaneity with your home, with family, with your health, with relationships, with yourself. Uranus is in your first house, trining up to the ninth, feeling a bit free-spirited, adventurous, spontaneous, and again, supporting your personal life and your relationships. So really good weekend for that stuff. And once you get into Sunday, Venus does trine up to Chiron. So there could be some healing taking place, perhaps in a very positive and easy way, that you're just feeling healed with that vulnerability, with that depth, with that truth, very naturally topping off the week there. All right, so Pisces, have a great week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for the next forecast. Take care.